Let's see, the human flesh dumplings. Okay. I already like it. I already like that. I already like this shit. I like the art. I already like the art style. It doesn't look like one of these shitty ass fucking Ukrainian mega corporation art styles.
€6.69. Very good video.
I think so too, man. It was a very nice video. I give it 7 Nas out of 8. And a bonus. So that's the way it is. Thank you very much for the 669, brother. I kiss you. I kiss your penis. I like this. The human flesh dumplings.
This story centers around...
Oh my god, how is the art style looking so nice, but the fucking microphone sounds like trash? This microphone literally sounds like fucking...
Waterbrud €7. I agree.
Simp. Just imagine it sounding like trash, okay? It sounds like this. His fucking microphone sounds like this. Okay. Hello guys, welcome back. Wait a minute, I need to make it more distorted, bro. His fucking microphone sounds like this shit, brother. Brother, this is bullshit microphone. Wait a minute, where is this mother bitch? It kind of sounds like this, okay. It kind of sounds like this, okay. Hello guys. Hey guys, welcome back to my animated horror video. What the fuck? I sound like a fucking GTA San Andreas police pager. We got a 10-556. What the fuck is this? Suspect is fleeing in a white car. Over. Gobi. Suspect is fleeing in a what the fuck is this color? In a blue bike. Over. Do you know what I mean?
around a small town which was always busy.
Interesting. Oh. I'm gonna try to deep throat this mic as much as possible.
Brad, €5. Sorry for the video, senpai.
I made it this far, ladies and gentlemen. It's one finger. How the fuck can girls put a fucking arm downstairs in their fucking esophagus? I don't understand, bro. It hurts. It hurts a lot. They like that. Fuck. It doesn't matter, Calabaron. Hey, you tried. You tried. I think you tried to give me the best fucking video ever, Calabaron, but this shit was kinda stinky. Leon! Help! What the fuck? Hi, Ashley. Hey, bruh, you can't tell me. Am I the only one who wanted to fuck the shit out of Ashley from Resident Evil 4? Fuck. 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 Like, fuck.
Calm down. Everything's going to be just fine. My name's Leo. I'm under the president's order.
Hey, fuck. Oh, what the fuck? Babushka, is that you?
Final for you. Cheers.
Look, Leon! It's a doctor! He can help us!
We.
I wanted to fuck. Oh! This one.
Under the pre-
Oh, you pervert. Hey, what are you looking at? Oh, you pervert.
I'm just saying, man. Like this, you know how many times I jerked off to Ashley's panties? Fuck. Like, a lot. My mother came into the fucking room. She was like, I'm like, mother, do you not love me anymore?
Denied.
Walks back downstairs. Stop horny. What do you mean horny, bro? I was fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was 8. I was 8 years old when I bought Resident Evil 4. Brother, for the first time ever, I look down below this. My noodle, it's making this. It's making this. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's waving. Hello, 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 honey. It's like hello, hello, hello. Just saying, bro. Nothing came out, but fuck, shit.
And crowded.
Fuck
There was
you,
a
bitch,
very
lol.
popular
Fuck you,
small
lil.
dumpling restaurant
What
in
does it
town.
say?
Pao was a regular customer of this restaurant. One day he invited 2 of his friends to go with him. The restaurant opened at 4 p.m. and closed just merely 2 hours later, so those who wanted to taste the food had to go early. The owner of the restaurant was a middle-aged man, as he recently made
The owner of the restaurant was a middle-aged man.
some changes to his recipes. The food had been selling like hot
Okay, I take it back from the animation standpoint. This shit looks like trash.
cakes. It looked like there was only one table available at the restaurant.
This guy sounds like GSP, man. This guy sounds literally like fucking GSP George St. Pierre when he's talking about shit, man. Literally the same shit. I think it's him. I think it's literally him, bro. Sounds like him.
The following is a
New Year's, because during the holidays, that's when I eat bad foods and I drink. I see it more like a cleansing, you know, like
Pao and his 2 other friends sipped their tea while waiting for their food to be served.
like a detox, so to speak.
mental too, like psychological.
Yes, I do it after the New Year's, right before the summer, to cut for the beach.
15 minutes later, the dumplings were finished.
It sounds
Power.
literally like him, bro. I'm just saying.
And his friends were delighted as soon as they knew the food was ready to be served.
Interesting. What is this emotion supposed to convey? I don't know.
The steamy dumplings arrived in a wooden container.
Wow.
The appetizing aroma made Pao and his friends drool. They quickly grabbed chopsticks and picked up the dumplings one by one, hungrily ate them whilst not forgetting to dunk the cakes into the red sauce. As part of the white dumpling was covered with sauce, Pao stuffed it in his mouth and chewed on it with a joyful expression on his face. After tasting the dumplings, one of Pao's friends expressed his utter amazement. He didn't expect the cakes to be so tasty. As the guys were enjoying their dishes, one of them suddenly chewed something very hard.
My penis.
Thinking his friend had
I swear to God, man, it's one of the worst things ever. When you choose something soft and then it becomes hard. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm eating noodles and then suddenly. What was that? What was that? No one knows.
accidentally
Oh, the worst is with eggs. When you're eating scrambled eggs or something, and you know it's you know it's soft and it's yummy, and then fucking eggshell. Ugh. I just regret eating that egg. I just regret eating that egg. Everything that I have in my stomach feels like a burden to me. Eggshells.
to the grain that was left in the dumpling. Pao quickly reassured his friend not to be bothered about it. But what was worth mentioning here was that the guy in the blue shirt removed something from his mouth.
Fuck.
And it was definitely not a grain.
What was it?
His face changed color as he gazed at the thing he'd just taken out from his mouth. His limbs started to tremble. He stammered, a human nail. How could there be a human nail inside one of the dumplings? The nail was covered in a substance that looked extremely dirty. Pao was shocked and outraged. He was furious to think that these dumplings were made in filthy conditions. The unexpected appearance of human nails inside the dumplings didn't just happen to Pao and his friends. As the nearby tables also encountered the same situation, they started calling out the restaurant owner. Pao slammed his hand on the table. He pointed at the owner and howled loudly. Seeing the outrage in his customers, the restaurant owner acted surprisingly as if he had no idea about the serious incident. He was even more surprised when Pao shoved the nail to his face. Normally he was the only one in charge of making these fillings, and there was no one else but him doing this job. But the infuriated customers wouldn't patiently listen to his explanations. As the man was still unable to speak, Pao quickly grabbed him by the collar and threw a powerful punch to the man, making both his nose and mouth bleed. The restaurant owner was badly beaten up. Moreover, he was also taken to the police station by Pao and his friends. It was already late and there were only 3 officers on duty. One sheriff named Liu Feng, together 2 of his colleagues, officers Ping and Chao. As they were about to go to the canteen, they heard noises outside. Sensing something bad had happened, the sheriff got out of his seat and went to check. No sooner had he arrived at the door than he saw Chao rushing towards him. "Sir, there are many civilians outside the gate. They want to sue the restaurant owner for leaving nails in the food." The sheriff's face changed color as soon as the situation was reported. With his acute thinking, he quickly figured out this was not a simple case. In less than 15 minutes, the sheriff, together with Chao and Ping, had taken the restaurant owner to the
Fucking walking
interrogation
animations
room.
on point, brother.
The sheriff gave a brief report on the case to the restaurant owner. It was out of the question for someone to pull out their nails and put them inside the dumplings, so the only convincing explanation for the incident was the fillings of the cakes had been made of human flesh.
What? What? He's like, bruh, no one would put their nails just in foods. So the only possible conclusion is it's human remains. I mean, why would you put your own nails in the fucking cakes? Doesn't make any sense. I think it's just human remains. Yeah, someone's putting dead people in fucking cakes, but no one would even. Why would you put your nails in there? The fuck doesn't make any sense. I Taki Nevren, welcome to the gang, brother. Gobi, here's €1 for the Lamborghini savings. The Lamborghini savings are thriving because of people like you, Gobi. Thank you very much. First things fast. Welcome to the gang, my boy. SMN, welcome to the gang. Yeah, that's it for donations. Thank you, guys. I kiss you.
The restaurant owner was in tremendous shock.
Can I eat the hair on my ass? Yeah.
He seemingly had no idea about it, and it was not the one behind all of this. The sheriff ordered his 2 colleagues to go to the restaurant and examine the dumplings there. At that moment, many people had been reported on the incident. They quickly gathered in front of the restaurant. Many of them were scared to find out about the news. For a long time, the people in this town had eaten the dishes served at this restaurant. So was it true that they had eaten human flesh? However, some of them refused to believe the rumors, as they wanted to go to the scene in person and hear the final conclusion from the cops. Ping and Chao had already been in the kitchen of the restaurant as they started looking for evidence. A few seconds later, large bags of meat that was used to make the dumpling fillings had been found. As the 2 officers opened one of the bags, they were amazed to see what was inside them. The meat had been minced, so they weren't sure whether this was actually human meat or not. Hence, these bags of meat needed to be taken away and carefully examined. The officers reassured the civilians, then took one of the bags back to the station for further examination. After interrogating the restaurant owner, the police had found out about the place where he got the meat for his dumpling fillings. They quickly sent out vehicles to the destination. Inside the house was a muscular man slaughtering a pig with his butcher knife. The man acted bizarrely as soon as he saw the cops. He asked them in an annoying manner, "Why are you people here in my house?" Chow remained calm to the man's ferocious face as he got straight to the point, asking if the man was the meat supplier for the dumpling restaurant in town. As the butcher finally knew what the officer was referring to, he showed no fear. With a serious look on his eyes and a cold voice, the man confirmed he was the one, and asked what the officers wanted from him. Ping asked him what the exact type of meat he gave to the restaurant owner, and how could there be human nails in the dumplings. As soon as Ping finished his sentence, the butcher pulled out the knife from the cutting board and spoke with a cold face. "It's not your business to know what kind of meat it is. Why do I have to answer your question anyway? Get out of here, now!"
Okay. Very interesting.
As the two officers were still unable to react to the butcher's
Oh my god, man, look at this fucking biceps. The fucking biceps. The fuck?
aggression,
Looks like Johnny Sins.
the man suddenly rushed to them like a madman, brandishing his knife at them. Chow showed no fear as he faced the psycho. He pushed Ping to the side while dealing with a man with a sharp knife on his own. Ping dodged the blade from the madman and came at him after switching from defense to his attack mode. He quickly blocked the man's knife holding hand, then used all his strength to wrestle the man to the ground. His heavy body fell into the table, making it break in half. The man felt his body aching and could barely move. Moments later, the other cops had arrived to take the guy to the police station. The case had been rapidly resolved, but Chow still had a thought on his mind that the man had been keeping human bodies in his house. The cops started to survey the scene. As the butcher was taken away, he turned his head and howled that those people deserved to be killed. The officer ordered the rest of the team to quickly find the bodies. The priority now was to find where he kept his victims. The vehicle that carried the butcher made his way back to the police station. The officers who were still at the scene searched the place, but it was more difficult than they thought, as an hour had passed, yet they still found nothing relating to the man's victims. At the moment when the officers were about to leave, suddenly from behind, an old lady ran to them. It looked like she wanted
It's
to
a
say
lady?
something.
Fuck.
It turned
Looks
out
like
that she
looks
was
like my
one
father.
of the butcher's neighbors.
Babushka!
For years she had encountered with so many bizarre things, but she didn't have the nerve to tell anyone as she was scared she could be the next victim of the serial killer. When the man was first moving to the neighborhood, he seemed like a good man to her, as if she often saw him helping poor people, giving them shelter and feeding them. But the
Yeah,
odd
and
thing was
then suddenly they're like, the poor people are gone. Interesting. They probably got a job and just left town.
that the beggars,
I'm gonna read the donations after
they
this
went
video. Okay,
into his
chill out,
house
guys.
and
Chill.
Somehow they were never seen again. Moreover, the old lady also added that she also usually heard people sobbing and screaming at night.
Yeah, that's normal. They're just happy to find a job.
Plucked up her courage to pull aside the window curtains, only to witness something truly horrifying.
The fuck is up with her mouth?
There were lots of white shadows appearing in her view. The longer she gazed at them, the more abnormal these people seemed to her. She couldn't make out their faces no matter how hard she tried. On several occasions, she wanted to report the incident to the police, but the fear of being his next victim had prevented her from doing it. But since the man had been arrested, she believed it was the right time to tell the truth.
And now it's too
Despite
late.
it not their first time dealing with brutal murders, the officers present shivered as they listened to the old lady. Officer Chow quickly ordered the other officers to get shovels and hose as they headed to the spot where the lady had told them. They believed there was an underground cellar where the man kept the bodies. Nearly 30 minutes later, one of the officers spoke loudly. "There's something very hard here. Come take a look." As
That's
Chow
also what your mother
expected, there was a
says
secret cellar in
when
the
she
butcher's
opens up
house.
my pants. Hello, there's something
Before their
hard. Come
eyes
get
was an
me.
iron
Go on,
leg
look
with
at this, man.
handles on the surface. Bing plucked up his courage and then carefully grabbed the handle and removed the cover. A stench came out as soon as the officer lifted it.
Boom, Radal's bedroom.
People at the scene had to cover their noses. Their faces became darkened. Indeed, there was a secret cellar with stairs leading to it. The foul smell, together with the pitch darkness inside the place,
Pitch darkness?
discouraged Ping as he courageously walked down the stairs. He shone the flashlight into the dark. His face immediately changed color. What had caused him to be that terrified? Now he was no longer brave enough to keep going, his body frozen. Aside from cutting boards and the knives, there were also things that were truly shocking and beyond one's imagination. Dead bodies hung on the walls, and underneath them were baskets filled with human organs. The case had been cleared. The famous restaurant in town had used human flesh to make its products, and the butcher, it was certain that he would pay for the deadly sins he had committed.
Beautiful Comic Sans, man. This is just the fucking cherry on top. Fuck. This was very scary. Did we need 11 minutes to tell this story?
Denied.
I don't think so. Hey, I mean, it's something else, right? It's something else. It's something else, brother. What's the most viewed shit here? It was the human dumplings, okay? The legend of the demonic widow statue, the scary noodle restaurant, the human hand soup, the human hand soup, evil clown, the ghost that steal food. Yeah, that's me when I die. Spirit possession on birthday night. 15 urban legends stories animated. Carrying a ghost, being punished for taking selfies at a pagoda. The fuck is there? Drinking with the ghost, taking ghost to hospital. What the fuck is this, man? It's like daily routines with ghost. Taking ghost to the hospital, playing Among Us with ghost. The devil laid the curse of the full moon. The coffin at the bottom of the pond. Interesting. Okay, guys.